Assalamu alaikum dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss and teach with you about Islam and Iman. But before I want you to read and focus on this hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. عن عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه قال بينما نحن عند رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات يوم اطلع علينا رجل شديد بياض الثياب شديد سواد الشعر لا يرى عليه اثر سفر ولا يعرفه منا احد حتى جلس الى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فاسند ركبتيه الى ركبتيه ووضع كفيه على فخذيه وقال يا محمد اخبرني عن الاسلام. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الاسلام ان تشهد ان لا اله الا الله وان محمدا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وتقيم الصلاه وتؤتي الزكاه وتصوم رمضان وتحج البيت ان استطعت اليه سبيلا. قال صدقت. قال فعجبنا له يسأله ويصدقه. قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان. قال أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر وتؤمن بالقدر خيره وشره. قال صدقت إلى آخره هذا الحديث. The meaning of this hadith is the hadith is narrated by Umar ibn al-Khattab companion of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that one day while we were sitting with the Messenger of Allah, a man appeared before us. He was dressed in white and his hair was jet black. There were no signs of travel on him, yet none of us knew him. He sat down in front of the Prophet ﷺ, and I have never seen anyone sit closer to another person than he did. He placed his knees between the Prophet ﷺ's knees and he placed his head on the Prophet ﷺ's thighs. He said, "O Muhammad ﷺ, tell me about Islam." The Prophet ﷺ replied, Islam is to testify that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad ﷺ is the messenger of Allah, to perform the prayers, to pay the zakat, to fast in Ramadan, and to make the pilgrimage to the house of Allah, and to Kaaba if you are able. The man said, you have spoken the truth. Then he said, tell me about Iman, faith. The Prophet ﷺ replied, Iman is to believe in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day, and to believe in the decree of Allah, both good and bad. The man said, you have spoken the truth. Then he said, tell me about Ihsan ila akhir hadha al-hadith. I mean, till end to this hadith, because this hadith is very long. So, the introduction to Islam and Iman was described in this hadith very closely. It was one definition which apparently appeared from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Second one was defined by scholars with a lot of detail in the book of haqqani. The summary of these details is that when these two words Islam and Iman are mentioned separately, then it means the whole religion of Islam. No matter the word Islam or Iman is mentioned. If these two words are mentioned in the same context and phrases, then inward or spiritual deeds are referred to Iman or faith, such as worship by heart, faith in Allah, love of Allah, fear, hope, and sincerity for Almighty Allah. And Islam refers to the outward acts, with which sometimes inward belief or faith is and sometimes is not. Therefore, the one who does these outward acts without believing in inner faith and conviction and trust in Allah is either considered as a hypocrite or weak in faith. So, therefore, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah says, the word faith is often not mentioned in combination with Islam, and sometimes the word faith is mentioned in combination with Islam with the hadith of Jibreel. And second in Quran, like in the Muslimin wal Muslimat wal Mu'minat. And the third in Quran also, like قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن كونوا أسلمنا. And also the fourth one in Quran, like فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين فما وجدنا فيها غير بيت من المسلمين. In these verses, faith is mentioned with Islam. Islam refers to outward deeds, for example, confession of martyrs, prayer, zakat, fasting, hajj, etc. And faith refers to inner belief, like faith in Allah, angels, books, apostles, and the day of Jannah. So you know the introduction of Islam and Iman from the hadith I mentioned you. Now I am going to show you some basic differences between Islam and Iman, so you will know better about the introduction. So Islam refers to the outward submission to the will of Allah, God, while Iman on the other hand refers to the inner faith, conviction and trust in Allah. That is the one difference between Islam and Iman. The second one, Islam focuses on actions and practices, while Iman emphasizes beliefs and convictions. The third, the third difference is that Islam is visible through practices like prayer and fasting, while Iman is invisible, residing in the heart and mind. Residing in the heart and mind. The fourth difference is the person who only believes in Islam may not be considered as a Mu'min, and the person who believes in Iman is considered as Muslim also. The fifth difference is example of Islam is like building a house from solid materials like concrete, bricks, etc. An example of Iman is like coloring a house and paints with your inner emotions and feelings. The sixth difference is Islam is a bit lower in value than Iman, and Iman is a greater. Iman has a greater value. And the other difference is the matter of the world. The matters of the world and life is based on Islam, and the matter of the afterlife is based on Iman. That are few differences between Islam and Iman. I told you. May you understand it clearly, and may you understand the introduction to the Islam and